know the standard size. Okay, and then on the back, it's got where it came from, you know, who makes it. And these are beautiful, by the way. I have dust all over me that's from sanding. Okay, so let me go ahead and fix this right fast. Just to show anybody that might have this problem, the problem that I see is not really a problem, it's just my personal choice. This white turned pink. I have already spray sealed it. So now I'm going to go ahead and go just some white unicorn spit with Floetrol and just dab over that. And then it'll be done. And then I'll spray seal and whatever. So it's just the regular latex Floetrol. Here is is uneven, so it's like, I won't totally fall. Not today. That was so fun. It just had a, well, I'll show you what it looked like. If, yeah, see the knot in it? It was kind of like that, for sure. So we decided we didn't want it that way. We'd have it that way with the water pouring out, and it was just a fun piece. So fun. So I'm just going to go ahead, and this is the Floetrol you want, the latex, and you strain it. And I like to put it in easier to get to bottles once it's strained. You can add water to it and thin it down. And I might do that. I don't know. Let me see. But I don't think so. I like adding the Floetrol right on my piece, okay? So make sure it's strained. If it's not strained, then you run the risk of having little latex chunks in there that you might not see and be able to pull out until later, and then you see it. However, if you don't mind texture, it's not a bad thing, and they're usually painted by that time. So it works both ways. I'm just going to put some more Floetrol on here, right where those pinks are. And I don't know if this is actually going to pick that up again or not, that pink. Now, I know this looks white, like foamy water, but it is Floetrol, so it will dry clear. So if you want white, add white. That's all I know. I share with you. Okay, so I got my Floetrol wherever I think I might want to make that a little whiter, okay? And then this is Celine, and that has the iridescence in it. I love it. It smells delicious. It's jasmine, non-toxic. But it's different because it's in the groups of metallics, and I'm going for my whitening. That's my favorite unicorn spit because it makes all the other colors pop. That's my own personal opinion. I absolutely love it. So I'm just putting some right there in a little drop. And I'm just going to use a toothpick and put it right into the Floetrol. Wherever I want it. I don't care if some of this pink comes through still after all this. I think that's kind of nice. It's a nice little shadow here and there. But I also wanted some more white. So that's all I'm gonna do. Okay, so I twitched and I got a little drip extra. Happy little accident. Just let it flow back up a little bit more. And even if it does go pink again, that's okay. But anyway, it's just a little bit more foamy, watery look. So, just like that, Floetrol and unicorn spit. It is the most fun you'll ever have with mediums. I kid you not. Just play in it. Too fun. And easy. And you can just keep doing layers and layers again. You don't have to be done the first time. So let's get started. So one of the things that I did on this ore, the very first thing, is I sanded it, and because it was very, very shiny on the other side. And this is very, I don't know what this wood is, some guy knows. And probably my sister. But I don't know. But it's very yellowy. So, you know, I don't know. I don't know what it's gonna do. But I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to put my special white on it first, which is the regular unicorn spit. I may end up trying different things on this, you know. Like I got these artistic vivations sent to me. Bless her heart. Michelle Nicole, the beautiful queen that created this this line that I'm in love with, okay? She's got a new line, Artistic Vivations, and she sent me these. I've been dying to try Capricorn because it's got, I can't even tell you, dark blue with copper, and it looks fabulous. And I'm not sure if that's what she did in her kitchen or not, but if you've ever seen her kitchen cupboards. Anyway, so she got me looped into this thing. I'm going to have to send her this. That you're supposed to be doing this, you take this and use it and with some sort of glue, Mod Podge, dishwasher safe, and these, and create your own putty type clay that in the end looks exactly like wood, she says, but you know, colored like we want. Cool. So I said, I don't know how the heck I'm supposed to get to that. And she's like, you'll figure it out. So I'm going to go figure it out. But I thank you, Michelle Nicole, for all of these things. I cannot wait to figure it out. I said, I hope I can make you proud. She says, I have no doubt. And I was like, oh, no pressure. Could be a while. But, you know, it's nice. There's no time limit or anything. And I love just trying new stuff, and she knows it. So I appreciate your generosity. Michelle Nicole, I'm going to send this video to you. So, oh yeah, it's going to be fun. Yes, she got here the other day embossing together. It was wonderful. We're going to do it again, something again, but not at this moment. So, all right. So, I don't know, I'm thinking the white unicorn spit. I also am thinking a vignette type of thing where I paint the whatever design seascape and then it fades into nothing. So that was a thought. And also, if the spit does not want to adhere to this because it's been so long or the resin sunk in a little bit more or whatever, I can always use my acrylic gesso. So, but in doing that, you're gonna lose the look of the grain. I'm kind of hoping to keep the look of the grain, which is why I'm using the unicorn spit. So, let me see the white. And I am going to go ahead and mist it and open those pores a little bit. I'm just misting it with water, but I'm not going to get carried away too much. So I'm just putting the white right in the middle, y'all, because I'm thinking horizon is going to be right there somewhere. I'm just putting it straight. And I know it's so concentrated, you do not have to do that. But I'm going to, because I like painting like that. It works for me. I'm looking forward to doing furniture. Oh my gosh, you guys, Sherry, my sis, found a trunk, an old steamer trunk, and she's bringing it, and we're gonna do it. We're gonna spit it, and it's like the only like second thing I probably spit that was furniture, maybe third. So we don't even know what we're gonna do with it, how it's going to end up, but it's going to be a hoot. The process is what we're after. Well, that's what I'm after. I don't know what she's after. Cool, yes. So, a lot of water. So this is not soaking in like an actual piece of wood that you get, which makes sense. It's a paddle, so I'm sure they had lots of, you know, coatings and protections. Well, I'm just gonna say that's fine. I'm just going around the edges for a little bit and blending it in. And let me go with a different brush. and see if any of it's going to hang on at all, because I want to make sure if it's not, then I'll put the gesso on. But if it is, I'm going to give it a chance to show its gorgeous grain. I love coming up the handle just a little bit, letting that fade. Yeah, I think this is going to be fine without the gesso. Yay! So I'm going to use a few colors of the unicorn spit. I think I'm out of little tiny bottles, y'all. I have to get some more because I don't want to get rid of it. You can still use it, you know. And just add water to it if it gets dry. I don't want to put Floetrol in there. I want to put water. I need more Blue Thunder. It's a staple, and somehow I didn't order it. I'm just going to put some blue down if I can. And of course, now it's watered down, so I think I'm going to go with a navy-ish around the edge. It could be could be smoky, I don't know. But let me see. I'm going to dip that in a little bit. This is liable to change for sure. But it's not a normal color for me, and yet I have to reorder it. So apparently I do use it a lot. It just ends up either being gone by the time I'm done, or covered up somehow, or it's one of Pixie's favorite colors, because she did do a lot of painting when she's here. She was great. It was nice having a paint partner again, and you all were so sweet to her. Thank you so much. And that is my granddaughter. For those that are not sure, no, her name is not Pixie, it's Marissa. But it has been Pixie ever since she was tiny, to me anyway. She calls me Grandma Pixie. So, and we don't even know how that happened, which is just one of the things I did. Oh, I know, Val. It is, there's just nothing like it. Okay, I just got water on this, and I'm just going to push this back. Let me add some more white in it to push it around. And then I'll end up probably wiping this off, at least a little bit, you know. So, oh my gosh, I love what it's doing though. See, this is the thing. Just throw some white in and see what happens. Watch this. I don't know, it may not. It may not do its thing. Hold on. It's just, I love the ease of it. Like you can just, I can see rocks and water already, you know what I mean? It's like, there you go, you're done. Let me show you. Maybe it's just me. It's gonna be interesting. Hold on. I mean, is that on a beach already? Right? It's beautiful. But if I do that thick, then I am not going to see the grain. So I'm gonna see if I'm just going to blot those edges out a little bit. Except I really like the dark edges, so now I don't think I'm gonna do that. Changing my mind right in the middle of the stream. So, okay, I'm just gonna keep playing with it because I don't know where I'm gonna go with it yet, but that is gorgeous, isn't it? Is it amazing? It's just crazy what it can do all on its own. That was 2 colors on wet wood. I'm telling you, if you haven't tried wood yet to paint on anybody, grab some wood, and it doesn't have to be anything, just any wood. Sand it a little bit if you want. Go for it. Okay, as soon as I took the white off and scraped down into where the wood is, it gave me a very green look, which is nice. I like that for the sea. So let me see if I can find that again, because I can still see the grain that way. I also felt this with my hands, which sounds weird, but with your eyes closed, whatever surface, like when you're working on a piece of wood, if you will shut your eyes and feel it, you'll feel things that you don't normally feel, like, I'm not talking spiritual weird stuff. I'm talking physical stuff. You know how when you feel it with your fingers and you're looking at it and it's all about the surface, the tiny little lines or grooves that you put in when you're sanding. Well, if you shut your eyes and feel, it seems like your hand feels in a different way, is what I'm trying to say. And you got to try this. It's fun anyway. So try it. Try feeling something with your eyes open. And then close your eyes and feel it again. You'll find different things. Like I found a bump, a really big bump that I didn't even notice when I was doing this like this, right? So it's right here, and so I'm going to use that as a cloud and give me just automatic dimensions. That's why I'm trying to say. Fun stuff. Back off a little. I'm just loving what I'm seeing. When I'm doing that, I can see like clouds forming that I could work in, just little shapes that pop up and remind you of something. And when you're working fast, or you're just trying to get the project done, like I do a lot of times, I miss those things. So I gotta remember to slow it down, because you do a brush and it's like, oh, that's awesome, and it's too bad because you're already in a hurry, right? So it's true. I'm going to go back in over this blue with other colors, There's my little bump that I wouldn't have felt if my eyes were open. Anybody out there trying this right now? Val, that's so funny. Make sure you get consent before you touch. I was going to say that, and I thought, no, I'm not opening that door. I'm so glad you said it, because it was right there. See, what are sisters for? Aw, thank you, honey. Love all your tips for painting and experiencing art. That is so sweet. Thank you, Shannon. My daughter, she's the most beautiful being ever. Reminds me a lot of Mama. I'll just fade this out a little bit. Okay, I'm not going to mess with this too much. I like this diving white, whatever that is, so I'm going to keep that there. Spread this out a little. Okay. Now I figure, this is a fairly dark color. It's staining this wood right now. So even if I went and took the whole thing off, I would have a hue, I'm sure, of blue in there, which is fine. But just know that it's a stain. I mean, everybody likes to do something that scares them a little bit, right? This is the safest way to do that. Painting. It's scary sometimes. It's true. It's scary because you don't want to lose a good thing, right? You don't know what's next if you take it off. It's pretty much the same, but I took more of the blue off, and you can see through to the grain a little bit more. And I think I like that, and I may go even farther than that. Just take it back. We can always put some more back on, but I want more grain. So here we go. I have purples. So, purple's royalty, y'all. Get your royalty on. There we go. Purple Hill Majesty. Put some down here. Not at all how you paint with acrylics. I mean, that's just hitting me. It's not. I don't know. It may be for some. I mean, as far as putting it on a brush and wiping it around, sure. That's as much as you get. The rest, it's just the way it flows and blends and so willingly creates little images for me. I need that. I need a medium that can think for itself. That is my unicorn stick. It's on its own. These are my clouds. I just want to tap them, see what happens. A different brush somewhere. Maybe a poofier brush is better. This is better for lines because it's nice and flat on one side. But for this, think fluffy clouds, fluffy brush. That's what I do. I have to make it work in my head. And then it is nice when you don't go too fast and you leave a little bit of that white. You know how you're, let me see if I can do this. Let me put some white. Okay. So, this is fun. Yeah, I'll definitely be pulling this up closer when I put it online for you guys to watch. But when you're doing this with a foofy brush, if you do it from the underneath side, I don't know if you guys can see, but anyway, if you do it from the underneath side, you automatically are pushing up that outer edge of your dot that you put down. So if you can stay out of that, you end up with an already very bright spot in your cloud. That's a little too bright maybe. But you know what I mean? Pushing up from the bottom, you will still get those weird highlights and shapes, but you'll get that extra little cloud highlight that you see. Now you can come back and just put those in anyway, but it's fun to do. I like to play in clouds, don't you? And if it doesn't work, that's okay. Just write on over it. I don't even know what kind of clouds I want right now. These are foofy, but they're kind of not working as good as I want. Ooh, look how pretty that is. Kind of the foof and then just drag something through it worked nicely. The foof. Look. Yep. That's cool. Drag the bottom of it. I do want to try, I really want to try that color shift from Michelle Nicole, but I don't want to put a color shift on here yet. I want it to be just at the very last for the details. So I'm holding myself off. It's still pretty thick. I can see grain, and I think when it dries a little bit more, I'll be able to see more. But not here, because I'm just like totally overloading it with purple. I like the mistiness of it, y'all. I'm having a hard time wanting to put anything in that right now. I'm enjoying it. I'm staring at it. Oh, I'm so glad you're going to try it. That's so cool. That just makes my day. Wow, look at the white there. Well, I guess I'll make it something. How about a wave? Look, so it blobbed, and then all you do is push it up, and if your mind is open, you might see a wave. Do you see it? And if you don't see a wave, it's okay. You got a different kind of mind. You're supposed to see other things. Everyone's always like, I see faces. It's like, me too, but you can only do so many faces, and then it's like, what now? I always see everything in here. I look for it. And if it's not there, I'll just make it. But it gives you the idea of something to do, you know, like a face or something like that. So that's cool. I shouldn't have blended that out. That's sad, but it's okay. It's still adding different colors, and see, it looks kind of beachy, oceany. I'm going to just keep wiping it off a little bit more. Just letting it peek through. And I like that purple coming through to the blue. Oh, that's so pretty. Let's tap into a little bit more white right here and highlight some of that. I still see this as sky up here, so my water line just keeps dropping, and that's fine. Yes. You guys, you are talking to the unicorn spit creator herself. That is beautiful. Welcome, sis. Thank you. Thank you for answering all of that. That's fabulous. I tag her sometimes in that unicorn spit group on Facebook because it can get lengthy. People are going back and forth, and and you can get kind of frustrated, you know, if you were the person asking, just seeing so many different options. So I always just, when it gets to that point, I'm like, it's kind of like the bat signal. I just fling up her name, and you come. I appreciate you. She has a book, y'all, the Unicorn Spit Handbook. It's huge, informative on all sorts of this. Mix match colors, what you can use it on, how to use it on it, how to seal it, all different things, no matter what your surface substrate is. So it would definitely be worth checking out. So, okay, so there's where the little, whatever that is going to be. It could end up being a tunnel. Who knows? You just never know. But it's turning out really pretty, I think. I like the flow of it. I do like that. The size, I need to get smaller ones, but I do like the larger too. I think they just look so cool. And you know, a lot of these houses up there in Cape Charles, Virginia, are those, we call them jelly bean houses. There are those huge that a lot of families will combine together and rent for the season or a couple weeks or whatever. So they're always looking for big stuff. And, you know, here I am painting treasure boxes and this. And so I'm like, what do I have? And I'm like, oars, it's perfect. Aw, you guys, thank you so much for coming in and hanging out and visiting with each other. It's so fun. I don't even know what time it is, but I know I've got about 5 more minutes for me. So I hope you guys have a gorgeous day, and you've made mine just by hanging out with me. I know it's probably a short one, but anyway. So I'm going to use one of these little liquid brushes with water in it, because I like the way that flows. You guys, they're just, this is going to be purple, it doesn't matter, but it's water, and you can keep refilling it, and they come in different shapes at the end. Ooh, I just got, ooh, that's pretty. Oh, hold on, I just watered everything. I'm just gonna go ahead and do it over here too. So I don't want it to be different. You can go ahead and just keep putting water in it and use them over and over again. The brushes are sometimes like actual bristles and sometimes plastic, so you can get different kinds. And it's very cool with the unicorn spit. Just to make little shadows in my little beach. I don't care, they don't have to be straight and normal, you know, it can be anything. It's just tapping it in different ways, different brushes, different colors will give you different results. And that honestly is the best knowledge I have. That's how I learn, is just play with it, you know? And that's the thing, if you don't get anything out of this, just know it's just playtime. Experiment with it, play with it. That gives you, your emotional self, the freedom to mess up and not be devastated. And it is an experiment. Every time we sit down to do art, right, people? It's an experiment. So, you know, enjoy the experiment and don't be hard on yourself about it if you mess up. And it's okay, you're gonna find something even way more cool underneath that or on top of it. I'm gonna blot this out because I see the yellow coming through. So I'm gonna work with that somehow. I'm on the East Coast, y'all. Things are really shadowed. There's lots of marshy stuff. So I think I might go back to the more green over here on this side. And I'm loving the idea of making it really yellow to green to like the rainbow thing. Not crazy, just gradually. So, but I think seeing this yellow underneath here is gorgeous. And I know it doesn't look the same as it did, but you know, it's never going to with me. It's going to keep changing a million times. But you can see what I'm talking about. It could be beachy, very shallow water with some grass, and then fade into the blues and then the dark purple, going from the yellow to the green, whatever. It could. It could be anything. And so can you. It's true. Life is about creating yourself. You can be anything. All right, so you know what? This is where I'm going to stop right here. You guys, Michelle Nicole, thank you so much for popping in. I don't know if you're still here, but oh my gosh, that was such a treat to get the Unicorn Spit Queen herself right here answering questions. I appreciate you. And I know we're going to do something else pretty soon, but I don't know what or when. Hey, Shannon, Blue Val, everybody struggles. Cookie, the best, and everything. So love and light to you guys. Love and light. You go out there and have a beautiful day. Bye.